has picked him up. Umpire has the ball in hand for the start of the second term. Thomson 6-6-42, North Geelong 3-1-19. Umpire just checking to make sure the both sides are right. Atchison still has Flack, and Mervyn has got Mark Burns. Marty Rowan on Rory Priddle. The king to the southern end, North Geelong. Start of the second term. Robertson up against Justin. Robertson gets it down. Good start. Goes towards Price. Breaks free. Goes to the left foot kick towards half forward. Atchison, Burns, and also Flack, who makes up a bit of ground. Gets in front of the skipper from Thomson. Can he pick it up? No, he can't. Burns is across there as well. Mervyn comes across late. They fall on the ball. And the umpire will come in and ball it up. Inside. Attacking 50 for North Geelong. And it'll be a ball up. Big pack around the play, and it'll probably be Jason Rathje and Rod Peacock to do the ruck work. They do. Peacock gets it down to Will McTaggart, shuffles it out to Gardner. Seen that a few times today. Gives it back to Atchison running through half back. Goes towards the middle of the ground. Nick Maharis makes up some ground, takes a mark on the cricket pitch area, plays on quickly and can break free. Go with the left foot kick towards Luke Forbes in front of Fries, who takes the mark at half forward. Held up, he's got Nick Maharis running past. He gives him the handball back, can't pick it up. Now he does, gets back on his right boot, wants to drive it long. It goes across half forward. It was okay. Dale Menzies in front, takes the mark. He's got McTaggart and Gardner standing there. Sabali Armstrong also. He's got Cox in the goal square. Luke Forbes is down there as well. Cox gives him a lead. He goes in that direction. Wobbly kick though. Goes towards Forbes. Can't pick it up. Elsinger next to him. And was that a push in the back? It was, said the umpire, was it? And it will be Luke Forbes with the free kick. 35 metres out, slight angle. Chance to put his first on the board. So,
just interesting, back in the middle there, the ball sort of went through, and Jonesy was sort of a bit off balance, and JJ Machuri was off balance and sort of helped him along. So, well, I mean, they're playing for keeps, Thomson, and that's what finals are about, Pete.
Well, these guys only get one chance.
Do they ever? That's right.
Forbes comes in now. Left foot up, 35 metres out. Goes with the left foot, looks pretty good off the boot. It's pretty good, all right, straight through the middle for his first goal. And the 7th for Thomson. They go to 7-6-48. They lead North Geelong 3-1-19. Raiders bingo. Second quarter scoreboard, 2 minutes played.
Well, behind Cal, Luke Forbes kicking a couple of times last week, and he seems to start them up at the right-hand post, and for a left footer bends them back into the middle. So that's why the goal umpire was heading toward the left post there, but it came back all right. So a very good start in the second quarter for Thomson.
That's the one Thomson wanted, and North Geelong obviously didn't want.
So back in the middle with the umpire, Robinson and Justin up high. Neither ruckman gets a clear tap. Robinson tries to sock it along the ground. Justin bent down to try and pick it up, but very, very congested there. The umpire said we'll repeat the process, and still in the centre circle. The umpire will do it again. Big pack of players now, of course. They all come into the square. JJ tried to edge his opponent out, but Robbo, big punch forward. Kick off the ground there by Price. Can Priddle run onto it? He can't. Good work, Aitchison. Kicked off the ground. Only as far as Lockwood in centre wing. He chips it to Flack. Now, Flack has got the mark. He's at about 60. Can kick the football. We're right behind him. He's gone for the long kick. It's going to land very, very close to the goal square. At the back is Jason Rathje, and has taken a comfortable mark. Perhaps a minor mistake there by the Thomson defence. Should have gone for the punch, because the ball is actually in the goal square. Jason Rathje been put around on a 45-degree angle, but he's 2 metres out, and now moves in. Rathje has kicked the goal, so that's his second. And is this the time for a comeback for North Geelong? 4-1-25. They trail Thomson 7-6-48. That's on the Raiders bingo scoreboard, and we've now been playing 4 minutes second quarter.
So the quick reply for North Geelong through Jason Rathje, his second. Michael Flakemore coming off the ground, and Craig Wolfenden coming on for Thomson. Back in the middle. And it'll be Justin up against Robertson. Umpire throws the ball in the air. Robertson gets it down. Fanning leaves it behind. Also in there, Justin fighting hard. Shuffles the handball out to Menzies. Handballs it towards Gardner. Can get around on the right boot and go towards half forward. Bradley in front takes the mark. Has got a new opponent too. I think it's Daniel McCarthy on him. Jones is now on Nick Maharis. So Bradley's got it centre half forward. Cox goes back into the square. Nick Maharis in there also. Luke Forbes. But Bradley with the right boot goes long. Good kick for distance. Cox behind. The big arms go up. At the front, Forbes doesn't take it with him. Kick off the ground. Oh, and Price was back there to see it through for a rush behind. To Thomson. They go to 7-7-49. They lead North Geelong 4-1-25. Raiders bingo. Second quarter scoreboard. 5 minutes played.
So in the goal square, both Jones and Price for North Geelong. Not too sure who's going to do the kicking in, but Nick Maharis would need to get out of the square. Darryl Jones it is finally. Just umpire just trying to clear a bit of space around the defensive goal square for North Geelong as Darryl Jones goes back and will endeavour to bring the ball back into play. Does that. Oh, it's a dangerous move. Robertson and Elzinga, they spoil one another. Robertson pulled off the ground, picked up by McTaggart, slipped in the going there. Price in the goal square, picks it up, goes long defensively across the ground to Weiss, who takes the mark. Plays on quickly. The lead has come from centre wing by, good contest there. Ball comes to ground. Following it up is Troy Maharis, picks it up first go. Tackled there by, was Weiss, no, Asikas it was, and forced the handball to the boundary line. It's good defensive football at the moment, and both sides have settled since the first quarter as the ball is out of bounds in front of the Social Club here. It comes back into play. In front, Rathje gets the tap down, finds Lockwood. Lockwood now on the right foot. Looks for and finds Priddle at half forward. Handball to Asikas who's running past. Drives it long to full forward. One out is Michael Rowe.
Good mark.
And, almost perhaps a mark should have been paid there to Rowe. Ball picked up by Burns. He can't get through the pack. Picked up there by Matt McTaggart it is. He, good bit of shepherding in the goal square. Gets clear and kicks it wide to the outer side. Sabali Armstrong runs it. The footy. Hearn went for the man. Missed. Picked up there by Armstrong. Little chip to Fanning. Fanning now. Handball over the top to Rowan. And here go Thomson. Oh, very solid bit of shepherding there by Menzies. And North Geelong player still hasn't moved too far as the mark is taken by Bradley on half forward. So playing pretty tough. Little chip inboard. Goes to Fanning. Fanning on centre wing. Handball to McTaggart. And Will McTaggart is another shepherd off the ball. So there's quite a bit of body work by Thomson off Forbes. Lovely little handball to Troy Maharis. Maharis from 35 has gone bang and he's kicked another one. And Thomson can't do too much wrong at the moment. That's their 8th. 8-7-55. They're running right against North Geelong 4-1-25. Raiders bingo scoreboard 7.5 minutes second quarter.
They look a lot quicker too, Thomson. Both with hand and
As
with
I
their legs.
heard said yesterday, if you've got the footy, you always look quicker.
Yes, one of the coaches said that, didn't he?
Might have been Ricky O'Toole.
Yeah. So back in the middle.
Oh, no, it wasn't. It was Andrew Howlett. Apologies.
Good switch of the play across the outer side. Centre wing position by Thomson there. Ending up with Troy Maharis for the goal. Back in the middle, Robertson and JJ, they go at it. Priddle in the middle, gets a clearing kick towards Rowan. Goes up, takes a strong mark, too tall there for Paul Price. At centre half back, Marty Rowan goes to the right foot kick towards Nick Maharis on centre wing. He's got 3 around him. Wolferton was in front. He's got a number of Thomson players in front of him. He elects to go with the right foot kick towards Bradley. Goes up against McCarthy. Falls into Bradley's arms. He can't do anything wrong. Tried to get the handball out to Forbes. He got McTaggart running past. Great play. Yeah, throws to the umpire.
I thought a fair decision there.
So it comes back to Chris Fries at centre half back for North Geelong. He's got Lockwood short. He's also got Priddle short. He takes the mark at half back. Grandstand side. Short kick over the top to Lockwood. Takes the mark. Handballs it back to Priddle. Running through centre wing. Goes towards Asikas in front. Takes no mark. Wolfenden tried to tap it on to McTaggart. Did so now. Gets around Mervyn. Gets around Zitko. Got Gardner in support. Goes to the right foot kick. Fishing towards Nick Maharis. Lockwood charges at it. Coming at it also Nick Maharis again. Handball back to Peacock. Going to be under pressure from Asikas. Can't break free. Handball back to McTaggart. Loses 35 metres. Price comes at him. Also in there Zitko. Rowan does well. Stands at the tackle. Gardner runs away at half back. Goes towards centre half forward. Forbes and Fries. Forbes holds off. Can't take the mark. Punched away by Fries. Bradley in there as well. Forbes did well. Then he gets wrapped up. Rathje kick off the ground. Smothered. Goes towards Lockwood and Nick Maharis again. Nick Maharis comes at it. Needs to get a handball away. Wolfen in there. Nick Maharis again. Handball in front to Bradley. Runs inside. Goes for 50. Great kick to Sabali Armstrong. And he takes the mark. The umpire's over. Plays on. Spud. Runs in. 30 metres out. Hit the post. His second behind. And Thomson go to 8-8-56. They lead North Geelong 4-1-25. Raiders bingo second quarter scoreboard 9.5 minutes played.
So all Thomson so far in the game as Darryl Jones finds his way back to the goal square and has the ball returned to him. Now looking for options. Sees a lead from Rathje outside 50. Kicks it in his direction and, Rathje drops a very easy chest mark. Picked up there by Troy Maheris on the left foot, back to centre half forward. Funnily enough, finds brother Nick. He plays on quickly, chipped it high, wide and handsome as he found his target up there. He has in, mark not paid. Comes back by hand to, that's Sabali Armstrong, deep in the forward line. He handballs back to Bradley. Finally back to, great work, Timmy Gardner. Now,
well, the umpire's played a trip.
The other umpire's paid advantage to...
I got no idea. Menzies kicked the goal. Yeah. Well, he still hasn't. He's got it now. Dale Menzies second.
I thought the other umpire's going to pay it the other way. so Dale Menzies kicks the goal, and it is the ninth. 9-8-62, Thomson. They lead North Geelong 4-1-25. Raiders bingo, second quarter scoreboard, 11 minutes gone. Bit of controversy there. The umpires didn't know who was in charge of who.
Do you reckon the north side might have come out thinking, we've beaten them by 8 goals and 12 goals. We've just got to go through the motions?
Well, I think, Pete, when you look at the respective form of the two sides, it's a follow-on from last week. North a losing side, Thomson a winning side.
Back in the middle, Robertson gets it down. Punched on by Priddle. Goes through the arms of McTaggart. Coming through the middle, Peacock. Tried to shuffle it back to Gardner. In there also Mervyn. Over the top, Mark Burns. And he and Gardner and Hearn lock each other up at centre half forward for North Geelong. Just outside the centre square on the cricket pitch area.
What do you do, Cal? You just keep going as is?
Just keep, that's all.
You thought you'd drawn the short straw before the game too, eh? Back in the middle, Robertson gets it down from the pack. Goes back to Corey Lockwood. Runs away from McTaggart. Little left foot kick towards Flack. Coming out Stein as well. Leads the race of the football. Does well to break free. Handball to Rowan. Gets around on the right boot. Short little kick's okay to McTaggart. Got Matty McTaggart running past. That's Will. He goes wide. Looking for Troy Maharis. Takes the mark on centre wing in front of Daniel Gibbs. Plays on quickly. Left foot kick around the corner. Robertson chops it off. And North Geelong back through Hearn. In the middle. Turns around. Gets around Nick Maharis. Handballs to Darryl Jones. On the cricket pitch area in the middle. Goes to the right foot. Kick out wide. Looking for Mario Zitko. Finds him. And he takes the mark in front of Craig Wolfenden. Zitko with the right foot. Good kick to Burns. Holds him there and takes the mark. He's got a Seekers by himself. Not now, he hasn't. So he's about 50 out. Might be too far out to score for Mark Burns. Gibbs gives him a lead to the pocket.
No good going there.
So
too long.
Flack was trying to get next to him, I think, to try and handball it off to him, but Aitchison was right next to him. Now he goes long towards the goal square from behind. Punched away by Rowe, and also Rowan goes towards Stein. In the pocket, handball to Will McTaggart's okay. You can run away, go with the right boot. Wide towards Troy Maharis, too wide, I think. And out of bounds on the full. North Geelong with the free kick to come back to Daniel Gibbs.
So Daniel Gibbs, outside 50 with the football. And say North Geelong need a goal is probably an understatement at the moment. So Gibbs also taking a lot of time. It's great defence by Thomson and giving him nothing in the forward area. Decides to go long. The head of the square in front of Stein, can't take the mark, ball comes to ground, Stein follows up, put his head into a tackle and not paid, so the umpire will now have a ball up. There's ball thrown back to the umpire, players taking a while to get up off the ground there, Stein in particular. So inside 50 at centre half forward, Peacock and Rathje. Rathje gets a tap down only as far there as McTaggart collides with Stein. Picked up there by Price, and Price off absolutely nowhere has kicked a goal. So fine effort there by Paul Price and North Geelong. And they need to revive themselves. 5-1-31 North Geelong. They trail Thomson 9-8-62. Raiders bingo, second quarter scoreboard 14 minutes.
Just need to get two in a row, don't they, Pete?
Well, yeah, I think that's the problem. Every time they get one, Thomson come back and get a couple, and I don't think that's going to be good footy at the end of the day, because I can really see North Geelong kind of tiring going into the last quarter.
Pete, Dean Oakley's just come on, had repairs to the cut over the eye, like he was jumping out of sight in the first quarter.
Yeah, he certainly was. As I think I said earlier, Big Robbo's going to have his work cut out against three ruckman.
So Oakley back in the middle, up against Robertson. Robertson will win the attack to Lockwood, gets a kick towards half forward. Mervyn punched away, goes towards Matt McTaggart at half back, handball to Peacock, put him under a bit of pressure, and he needs to get rid of the football. He dropped it, said the umpire. North Geelong run on. Price again goes to row 1 out in front of Stein. Doesn't sit for him, no Stein. Handball to nobody really, but Wolfenden might get there first. Wants the defensive punch away towards the boundary line. David Gibbs will see it over for a throw in at half back for Thomson. North Geelong into attack, 50 metres away from their goal.
Pete, if you got row 1 out in the goal square, you've got to deliver the ball a bit better than that.
It's got to be on his chest because he's always going to have a height disadvantage.
Armstrong to the front of the pack, goes to Wolfenden, kick around the corner, Lockwood, and good shepherding by Robertson against Oakley. Gave Corey Lockwood some space to take the mark between wing and half forward.
Well, Jace, I think he's the only one having a go for
He
North
is.
at the minute.
He's been playing very well so far in this game. Goes to centre half forward. Oseekers can't take the mark off hands. Runs through the middle. Was Gibbs, left it behind. Now Matty McTaggart over the top of it as well. The umpire will come in and ball it up at centre half forward for North Geelong. So, big pack around the ball at half forward for the Magpies. They trail 5-1, 31, 9-8, 62 Thomson. We've been playing 16 minutes. Ratchie with a big punch away. Foot race now. Lockwood will get there first, and also Price. Lockwood picks it up. Can he get around Peacock? He can. Handball back to David Gibbs, chopped off to McTaggart. That was Will McTaggart. Goes to Fanning. Needs some support. Handball over the top to Will McTaggart again. Under pressure. Coming at him, Burns. Oh, a couple of high tackles. And he's pretty nimble on his feet, isn't he? Will McTaggart. So, he's still inside defensive 50. He's got Dean Oakley wide. He wants somebody to lead. He's called to go to Oakley. He goes there now. Daniel Gibbs makes up a bit of ground. Good defensive play too to see it over the boundary line. And he was probably the first option, but just closed down by North Geelong very quickly.
That just took a while too long to make his decision.
So, boundary throw in between wing and half forward. Oakley from behind. Robertson in front. Handball out to Mervyn. Breaks free, gives it to Gardner. Handball to Fanning. Can give it to Wolfenden in support. He elects to go though with a kick. Right foot kick long towards Cox again. Over the back was Forbes. Coming at it was Jamie Weiss. The 2 number 28's kick off the ground by Weiss was pretty good in the end. Finds the safety of the boundary line at half forward for Thomson.
Half time at Melbourne. Melbourne 8-6. Now in front of Fremantle 6-5.
So boundary throw in. Half forward flank out of side. Thomson attacking the northern end. Boundary throw in. Short 1-2. Coming at it was McTaggart. That was Will McTaggart, ripped off the ball. David Gibbs left it behind. Getting in there, fighting hard was Price over the top. Wolfenden, handball, backwards, loses a bit of ground, but sets up Troy Maharis. Goes to the left foot kick long towards Luke Forbes. Zitko behind, punched away by Fryers. Foot race now, Forbes and Weiss. Weiss gets there first, can't pick it up though. Fryers on hands and knees. Cox and Forbes fight hard for it as well. Now on hands and knees, Weiss handball out towards Ratchie and Zitko coming at it. Oakley. Ratchie can handball to Zitko. They run away at half back. Go with the right foot kick. Nothing to kick to though, so he kicks to a vacant wing position. Foot race. Peacock and Mervyn will lead in the race for the ball. He's got Tim Gardner short. He goes in that direction. He takes the mark on true centre wing. Plays on quickly. Short little kick to Sabali Armstrong in the middle of the ground.
Will he kick it from there?
Watch him go long here if the ball's okay. Malcolm Blight sitting next to us thinks it's no good. He goes with a torpedo punt. It's pretty good, all right. He goes towards Cox and the goal square goes up. Big thump away. Zitko at the front of the pack. Handball over the top. Got a high tackle. Should get a free kick and will do so in the last line of defence for the Magpies.
So Zitko, deep in defence for North Geelong. Chips it wide to Darryl Jones. He's decided to play on. The lead comes from Hearn on half-back flank. Good defensive work there by Matt McTaggart. Ball falls in the arms there of Gibbs. Handball to Price, putting him under enormous pressure. Picked up by Will McTaggart again. Hooks it towards full forward. But in the defensive half there, it is McCarthy for North Geelong. Plays on across the ground to Priddle. Priddle on the outer half-back flank. Now takes the mark. He's got McCarthy who's run on very strongly to half-back. Oh, one-handed mark between wing and half-back. Plays on now. They've got an opportunity North if they can get the ball going. A terrible kick from McCarthy. He had Burns
Gibbs
on
actually. Daniel Gibbs it was.
Oh, was it?
Yep.
So my apologies there to McCarthy, but Gibbs a shocking kick and an opportunity lost for North Geelong. It's out of bounds, out of centre wing, 19 minutes, second quarter, the ball comes in. Ray Robinson up high, punches the ball down. Burns picks it up, handball to player running past there, kicks to half forward. Well, it's flack. It appears to be being infringed, but not blown by the umpire. Handball over the top from Gardner to the running Mervyn. Mervyn comes back, handball back to Gardner. Can't handle it. Lockwood, handball clear to Priddle now for North. So on the turnover. It's gone back from lovely kick from Priddle. Rathje dropping back from his opponent on that occasion and takes the mark 35 metres out from goal. Next to no angle on the outer side here, probably the wrong side for a left footer, but Rathje is a goal kicker. He's kicked 2 today already with Armstrong on the mark. Moves in. Not a bad looking kick. The goal umpire hasn't moved, and that's the third for North Geelong. So they're coming back just a little bit. 6-1-37 North. They trail Thomson 9-8-62. Raiders bingo, second quarter scoreboard, 20 minutes gone.
I'd put him in the goal square.
Rathje.
Yeah.
I think he's doing a bit round the ground for him though.
Blakemore coming off.
I don't think he's done enough.
Blakemore
around
coming
the
on.
ground,
And
fanning off, I think.
fanning off.
Daddy won't be pleased.
Dragged. Back in the middle. Oakley up against Robertson. Umpire throws the ball in the air. Oakley gets it down. Flakemore just on the ground will get it on the cricket pitch area. Can he pick it up though? That's the problem. He can't do so. And got a high tackle, said the umpire. Needs some support. Advantage paid. Goes to Nick Maharis. Drills the ball towards Bradley, who takes a good diving mark at centre half forward. Forbes gives him a lead. He kicks it high in the end towards Cox. The big man stands his ground. Can't take a mark. Forbes in front. Couldn't take it with him either. Lockwood. In fact, it's Jones. Drops it. McTaggart has missed the goal, I think. In fact, Weiss has seen it through for one behind to Thomson. They go to 9-9-63. They lead North Geelong 6-1-37. Raiders bingo, second quarter scoreboard, 21 minutes played.
So the ball now coming back to the goal square once again, and that was interesting. Zitko was just caught out of position, wasn't he? Didn't realise Fanning had gone off, and he was running around the back half of the square. So the opportunity came for Flakemore to get a fairly easy kick. Darryl Jones now kicking in from the square. Goes long, going to land outside 50. In front, Robertson can't take the mark. Good work there for Thomson. Ball comes to ground. Picked up by Russell Hearn though. Eludes a tackle. Runs a long way. And finally gets a kick. Goes long. The lead from Price at half forward. He gets his opponent out of the way there with some good body work. But
Bend
he can't
over.
pick the footy up. So good work, Rowan. Came in there. Seekers comes here to help out. But Rowan does a terrific job there. Gets a handball clear to Peacock. Peacock now long for Thomson to half forward. Mark not taken there by Maharis. Coming back on it is Daniel Gibbs. But the ball is over the boundary line before he can pick it up and out. Between centre wing and half forward flank. Outer side here at Thomson. At St Albans. 22 minutes gone, second quarter. Thomson hold the ascendancy. 9-9 to 6-1 as the ball comes back into play. Robertson in front. Nice tap down, but Rovers are not there. Finally Hearn picks it up. Tries to crash his way through the pack. Now it stacks on the mill and the umpire will move in and put the ball in the air. Big pack of players again, and I just think, Pete, this is playing into Thompson's hand. A lot of players around the footy.
Well, I think they've got to push the ball out, like kicking it off the ground. Between Weiss and Price now, they've tried to do it a few times.
So a series of handballs from that ball up. Finally came to Rathje. Rathje a long kick to half forward has found Flack. Plays on quickly. Drives back into the corridor. Running at the football is Burns. No one in the goal square. He chips the ball on the left foot back toward there. Stein. Well, the only place he was looking for was the safety of the goal area. So a rush behind to North Geelong. 6-2-38. They trail Thomson 9-9-63. Raiders bingo, second quarter scoreboard, 23 minutes gone.
Savali Armstrong from fullback for Thomson. It's got Stein and Rowan in the pocket. You've got Nick Maharis long as well. Peacock. So he goes towards the pocket. It's okay, finds Matt McTaggart. So he's got it in the right back pocket. Matt McTaggart. There's not much movement up at half back for him. He likes to switch play and go towards Jason Stein. It'll have to be a good kick, and just is. Handballs it off to Savali Armstrong. They're mucking around with it. They've lost the football. Stein's there. Kick, toe poke, didn't go anywhere. Burns over the top of it. They hold it up. And that will be a ball up in the right forward pocket for North Geelong. So they tried to switch play and it didn't come off. Stein took the mark, but the handball to Savali Armstrong put him under pressure, and the Magpies forward line working overtime to keep it in there. Peacock up against, Michael Rowe in the end, and Rowe does well, gets the tap down towards Wolfenden over the top, got a high tackle, no, said the umpire, held to him, and it will be a ball up in the right forward pocket once again.
Half-time Ballaroon, Torquay 6 goals straight, Geelong Amateurs 2 goals 9.
Eric, you might be there for another year. Boundary throw, ball up. Flack gets it down. Goes towards Mark Burns in the goals, in the forward pocket. And goes towards the goal square. Kicked it across the goal, and it will be a boundary throw in.
Half-time AFL, Geelong 6-9, trail Brisbane 8-5. Adelaide 6-4 lead Hawthorn 2-3, and Sydney 12-8 lead St Kilda 5-6.
Hope they blow the sirens now at pick 8.
Savali Armstrong goes long with the resultant free kick to Troy Maharis. Takes a great mark outside. Defensive 50.
He's played rather a handy game in the first half.
He has. Have to turn the lights on here soon. Getting very dark. It's at Auburn's reserve. Yeah.
If it rains, any score on the board will be handy.
Yeah, it goes to Peacock at half-back. Mark Pade in front of Corey Lockwood. Handballs it off to Troy Maharis. Runs across, centre half-back, wants somebody to switch and go to him. He goes long and it's all North Geelong. Daryl Jones takes the mark. In front of Tim Gardner. Could switch play to David Gibbs. Goes in that direction now on centre wing. Grandstand side, has to make up a bit of ground. Can't take the mark. Doesn't sit for him either. But he gets away from Matt McTaggart. And goes to the right foot kick towards Flack at centre half forward. Takes the mark on the chest. He's got Rory Priddle running towards the forward line and, well, marks it. He pushed Wolfen under the football, worked him under it and took the mark.
Well, he had Rowe going one way and Priddle the other, so he had two leading options, which is a bit of a change. They haven't had too much up forward North.
So, Rory Priddle.
I think at least this time the ball was with someone that could actually kick it to a player. I think that's where North have been let down a little bit. They've had guys running into their forward line and the guys carrying the ball in haven't been able to deliver it properly.
So he's kicked one, Rory Priddle, in the first term. He'll come in now from 35 metres out with a right boot. And has it got the distance? No, it hasn't. It's touched off the boot for one behind. So they go to 3:39 North Geelong. They trail Thomson 9-9-63. Raiders bingo second quarter scoreboard, 27 minutes played.
So Savali Armstrong with the football to bring it back into play. North mounting a bit of a challenge. Armstrong decides to go short to Rowan and finds him in the back pocket. Now he decides to go longer, looking for Peacock on half-back. In front, can't take the mark. Good work at Seekers. Ball comes to ground. Gibbs, nice handball back to Rasty. Rasty went on the right foot. Why, I'd never know, except for the fact I suppose he kicked the goal. So, Jason Rasty.
I'm glad you never took breath in that call.
Oh.
It sounded like you meant it.
He was almost on 50 and you gave him no chance going on the right foot, but he's kicked his fourth. And they are coming back North, 7-3:45. They still trail Thomson, however, 9-9-63. Raiders bingo scoreboard, 27.5 minutes second quarter.
I've noticed, I thought at the 13-minute mark you could just see North Geelong starting, honestly, to just lift their work rate a little bit, and they're doing now what Thomson were getting away with, and some Thomson's options are just not coming off now. They've worked their way back into this all right, North Geelong. Another goal, and this is going to be a great first half.
Back in the middle. JJ back in the middle for Thomson, but Robertson gets it down. Over the top of it, Maharis can't take it with him. Gardner back there as well, fighting hard. Breaks free, then he wrapped up. Held to him, said the umpire, and it will be a ball up. Still in the centre square, just on the attacking side for North Geelong. So the umpire will ball it up for Justin and Robertson. Getting it down towards Michael Flakemore on the header was Nick Maharis. Goes towards Zitko, who leads. McTaggart in the race of the football. Kick off the ground by Fries was okay. Goes towards centre wing. And Gibbs leads in the race of the ball. Pushed off the ball by Nick Maharis. Fries is there as well. He's wrapped up. Flakemore's got it. Held on too long, said the umpire. And it will be a free kick. As the siren sounds for half-time. And it is 9-9-63 Thomson. They lead North Geelong 7-3-45 at half-time. Thomson in that quarter kicked 3 goals 3, while North Geelong kicked 4 goals 2. And it's 18 points of difference at the main break. The goal kickers for Thomson at half-time. 2 each to Nick Maharis and Dale Menzies, and singles to Luke Forbes, Troy Maharis, Aaron Bradley, Daryl Cox and Tim Gardner. While for North Geelong, they've been led by Jason Ratchie. 4 goals to him, singles to Mark Burns, Paul Price and to Rory Priddle. But it's 18 points of difference at the main break. 9-9-63 Thomson. They lead North Geelong 7-3-45. We'll take a break.